If you're a mid-level to C-suite leader who wants to own your growth and figure out your next small, brave move to achieve your leadership goals, you are in the right place. Welcome to the Small Brave Moves podcast, a weekly deep dive on how to be braver in leadership and in life for exceptional results. I'm your host, Nicole Bianchi, best-selling author, certified master executive coach, NSA certified speaking professional, chief bravery officer, and tough talk expert. If you're ready to become a better, braver, and more authentic leader, let's dive in. You don't have an underperformance problem on your team. You have an accountability problem, and it's not theirs, it's yours. That conversation you've been rehearsing for the last 30 days, the one you keep moving from this week to next, that's the one. That's where your growth is. And the avoidance is what's costing you. I'm Nicole Bianchi, and this is Small Brave Moves. Here's the lie that most leaders believe. That accountability fails because people won't do the work. It doesn't. Accountability fails because you're skipping steps. You set the expectation, you're naming who owns it, and then you went back to your calendar and you hoped. Well, hope is not an operating system. So I teach a framework called the Brave Accountability Model, and it's 6 steps. Most leaders are solid on the first 2. They can set expectations, they can name who owns it, but here's where it really falls apart. It's steps 3, 5, and 6. Visibility, follow-through, and consequences. So those 3 steps are the difference between a leader that people respect and a leader people manage around. So which one are you? Let's start with visibility. After you set the expectation, what system did you build to make the work visible? Most leaders answer with, well, I'll get an update sometimes, or I'll see it in a end-of-month report. And that's not a system. That's hoping. Visibility means that you've decided in advance how progress will be seen, what the cadence is, who sees it, and what the format is. If people have to be chased for an update, you don't have visibility. You have anxiety dressed up as management. And then there's follow-through. This is where I watch talented leaders go silent. You had the conversation, you gave the feedback, you set the new expectation, and then nothing. You went back to work, you went back to your calendar, you assumed they got it, and follow-through is not another conversation. It's a decision you make the moment the first one ends. What am I watching for? By when? And then what will I do if I don't see it? And if you can't answer those 3 questions, you didn't have an accountability conversation. You had a venting session. Then there's consequence. And this is the step that nobody wants to talk about. Consequence doesn't necessarily mean punishment. It means that you have decided what happens if the pattern doesn't change. And you're willing to say it out loud to the person it affects. So I worked with a CEO recently. He had a senior leader who had been underperforming for 8 months. 8 months. He had talked to me about it. He had talked to his board about it. He had talked to HR about it, but he had not talked to the person. And I asked him why. He said, I'm trying to be patient. That's not patience. That's avoidance with a kind face on it. Here's the line that will change how you lead. The kindest thing you can do for someone in the wrong role or underperforming is to tell them. The cruelest thing you can do is to keep them there and call it patience and pretend like everything's okay. So here's your small brave move this week. One conversation, the one you've been moving from this week to next, from this week to next, for more than 30 days. Name it in one sentence. If you can't name it in one sentence, you haven't decided what you actually want to say. So decide which step you're avoiding. Is it visibility? Is it follow through? Is it consequence? Then I want you to put it on your calendar this week. a real meeting, not a Slack message, not an email, but a conversation. You don't get the performance you hope for. You get the performance you clearly expect and consistently reinforce through the Brave Accountability Framework. Reinforcement is follow-through and consequence. Everything in between is the work. Until next week, hold the line. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Small Brave Moves podcast. If you're wanting to take this work even deeper, I'm here to help. From engaging in inspirational keynote speeches to transformational coaching and workshops for leaders and teams, page-turning books, online courses, and enlightening leadership development retreats. There are so many ways that we can work together to take your leadership to the next level. For more information, check out the show notes, and let's do this together, one small brave move at a time. See you next week.